welcome back to Forever Enchanted. It's me, Nancy Pants, and today we're going to talk about how I planned our trip to Tokyo Disney. And I'm going to tell you I want to say the top 5 things I did in planning for Tokyo Disney and Japan in general. I'm not really sure if it's 5 things, but we're going to go with 5 for right now. So the first thing I did was look at the time of year that I wanted to visit Japan. We did plan it around our wedding, which was last year in September, so we knew we were going to go there during the autumn season, which was very exciting for us because we love autumn, we love Halloween, and we knew that we were going to be in Tokyo Disney for their Halloween event. So that was one of the main reasons we decided to go to Japan for our honeymoon, especially around that time. But Japan has a lot of things to offer, and every season is an amazing season in Japan. So I mean, in my opinion, I know some people like in the summer it gets really humid, but we decided to go during autumn. But they do have, like, during the spring, they have cherry blossoms. During summer, like I said, it usually comes with, like, humidity. At least that's what I read. And so it just really depends on what time of year you're going for, if in Japan in general, or if you're just going to the parks. If you're just going to the Tokyo Disney parks, they do have a calendar where it shows the type of events that they're going to be having. And again, we went in September and we decided to go because there was the Halloween event at that time. However, they do different events throughout the year, and they have their event. I know their Easter event usually starts around April, and it tends to go all the way through August and September before they get ready for Halloween. So each event has their own special, like, foods and themed, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Themed merchandise. So anytime I think it'll be great, but it really depends on what you're looking for. So we chose Halloween. There's a lot of other events that they have where the food is unique, the event is unique, and it's just wonderful. Oh, I want to go back so bad. The second thing we looked at was location. So we already knew that we were going to go to Tokyo Disney and Tokyo Disney Sea, but we needed to see where we were going to stay. We did not stay at the Tokyo Disney Hotel. The reason being is we were not able to stay more than 5 nights at the hotel, and we were going to be there for 2 weeks. And even the 5 nights was a little bit expensive for us. It was around $5,000 to stay there for 5 nights, if I remember correctly. So we decided not to stay at the hotel. But even so, it was still, I love Disney, so it's fine. We instead decided to stay in Akihabara at the Dormy Inn, and that hotel is such a nice hotel. They have, like, free ramen at the end of the night. It's really, really nice. So we ended up staying there. At the very end of the video, if you are just curious, I'll put how to get to Tokyo Disney from Tokyo Station and Akihabara Station, which is where we stayed. And then I'm going to link everything I use in the description down below. So if you're planning a trip to Japan or a trip to Tokyo, then you have just some stuff to use as well. Number 3, we looked at what airlines we were going to take. So we looked at a couple different ones, and we ended up going with Japan Air just because it was Japan Air and we wanted to be, I don't know, we thought it would be cool to fly with them. However, Japan Air out of LAX is actually operated by American Airlines. Yes. So we did not actually fly on a Japan Air aircraft. We flew on American. So just keep that in mind. If you booked for Japan Air, it's operated by American Airlines. So, so there is that. And it is a different terminal too. So if it's not, I think they have, like, an international one, but there's a different terminal. I can't remember exactly what it was, but just so you know. The fourth thing I did was I did a lot of research on Tokyo Disney and Tokyo Disney Sea, the type of food that they have, the type of just, like, events, just anything that I felt would prepare me for Tokyo Disney. So I did use a couple of YouTube channels to watch as far as stuff from Japan, since we were visiting Japan as well. and then stuff from the parks. So a couple of the main channels that I used was Magic Meals. Magic Meals is a YouTube channel that goes to a lot of the Tokyo Disney Sea and Tokyo Disneyland restaurants and tries food. She reviews the food and kind of shows you what it looks like. I was obsessed with this channel before, as I was planning my trip to Tokyo Disney, because they have like the cutest food and they just really show you what is out there. So if you wanted to plan what restaurants to go to or what specific food you wanted to get, like the little like bun or what specific restaurants it was, this channel definitely is the one to go to, because it shows you a lot of the restaurants that are available there. It shows you the different types of popcorn that Tokyo Disney has to offer. Oh, it's torture. And yet, I love it. I want to go back so bad. There's another channel called TDR Explorer. And mini story. I actually got to meet the lovely gentleman. Oh, I can't remember what his name is. Okay, so I want to say his name is Chris, but I did get to meet him, and it was the most awkward. I'm like the most awkward person in the world because I recognized him off of this channel because, again, this is a channel that goes to Tokyo, Hong Kong, Shanghai. He does a lot of videos there. He shows you what events are going on in Tokyo Disney. He shows you what new merchandise is available in the Tokyo Disney parks. He shows you the food, just like the cutest things. And I did recognize him off of it, but I'm such an awkward person that I was like, hey, you're from TDR Explorer. And he was like, yeah, hi. And I was like, okay, bye. I just recognized, okay. So, it went well, I think. I think it went pretty good, so. But I really like watching his videos, especially with everything, the different types of food that they always have, the themed food that Tokyo Disney has, the merchandise. So, obsessively watch his channel because he always shows you what's going on in the Tokyo Disney parks. So the other YouTube channel that I watched was Japanesquest, and this channel was actually more to learn about the JR Pass and how it worked, but they do have other videos on the best places in Kyoto or Sapporo or, Hiroshima, places like that. I mostly use this channel to kind of learn a little bit more about the JR Pass and how the pass was actually used. So if you guys want to know more about that, let me know in the comments below and I can make a video on how we used the JR Pass and if it was easy for us or if it wasn't. But I did use this channel specifically for that, but they do have other videos on, Japan in general. And the next two channels that I obsessively watched were more for Japan in general and not just the Disney parks. So I do follow a channel and her name is Charmander, and it's pretty much a channel of like life in Japan and different restaurants that she goes to, what like events they have. So that one, and Simon and Martina Eat Your Sushi. So I watched that as well. I watch it now, but those channels will definitely help you as far as like just Japan in general, restaurants to go to that you may want to visit, sushi places. They have a video called How to Eat Ramen Like a Pro. And they are the most adorable couple you will ever see. Like, they are the cutest. I wish that I had actually met them. But I didn't want to be a stalker person and be like, can we meet you when we're there? So I love watching their channels. I did also, so another creepy stalker story. We ended up going to the Tokyo Game Show there, and I did get to see the lovely lady that does Charmander. And my husband was like, don't you want to go say hi? And I was like, no, I've had plenty of awkward experiences already. I was good. But I did get to like see her from far away like a celebrity. So we're like besties. Don't ever tell her I said that, because she's like, what a weirdo. So those are the YouTube channels that I specifically just watched like obsessively while I was preparing for Japan. Just because I wanted to prepare. My husband didn't. He wanted to be completely surprised and have no plan at all, but I am not that person. And so I watched obsessively, so I knew what was going on. And even then, there were so many things and so many places in Tokyo Disney and Tokyo Disney Sea that are just, you just have to be there to experience them. Right. And the fifth thing I did, is that the fifth thing? Fourth thing? Third thing? I don't know. But the very last thing I did was I pinned obsessively. So I created my own pin board on Pinterest that was, you know, honeymoon in Japan, and it was a lot of pins on Tokyo Disney, things to do in Japan, places to visit in Japan, food in Tokyo Disney Sea and Tokyo Disneyland. So I found that just reading about it kind of prepared me a little bit more for it. So, you know, I'm not a planner. All right, so definitely if you're planning on going to Japan or Tokyo Disney Sea and you're at a loss at where to start, I would start on the time of year that you want to go visit, definitely the location, and just kind of take a look at the Tokyo Disney website and their events that are going on. You might want to see one event more than you would like to see the other. You may be more interested in Easter than you are interested in Halloween, or vice versa. So I would definitely start with the time of year, and I think everything else will just fall into place. So I hope this video helped. I tried to like get it all to make sense and be together, but I'm all over the place as it is. But if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. I will definitely try to answer all of them. If I don't know the answer, I'll look into it, but you know, let me know what you guys think. Do you want to know more information? Do you want to know what we did? Do you want to know how we got to where we got, or what the JR pass is? How does that work? Let me know. And for those of you who are planning a trip to Japan and maybe are not staying at the Tokyo Disneyland Hotel, you're staying in Tokyo or you're staying in Akihabara, if you are interested, there is a place on the Tokyo Disney Resort website where it shows you how to get to Tokyo Disneyland by train. So the way we got there is from Akihabara, we took the JR Yamanote line to Tokyo Station, and from Tokyo Station we went on the JR Keio line to Maihama. So that is how we got there. There is a way to get there from Shinjuku. Think Shinjuku, you would take the JR Cho line to Tokyo, and from Tokyo Station you would take the JR Keio line to Maihama. So just know Maihama. Maihama is where Tokyo Disney and Tokyo Disney Sea are. Alright guys, I hope that helped. Let me know in the comments below if you have any other questions, or maybe you want to know what we recommend. Everything. Like what you would want to eat. Everything. Where to find stuff. Everywhere. Bye.